Finding out I was pregnant was pretty scary. I had never really, I actually didn't really want children. I didn't like the world that I'd experienced up to that point. So for me, children was not something that I was really, I hadn't even really thought about it, but when I did think about it, I thought, no, I don't really want to bring a child into this kind of a world. So it was a real flip for me. I had a lot of things that I love, like horses and things like that, and I enjoyed having money and having my own time and things like that. So it was definitely a scary proposition. And I also didn't have, when you're 16, you don't think that you're ready to do anything. You think, I'm only 16, and at that point I had just moved out of home. I'd just gone through all of that. So I really didn't feel like I was ready. That was really scary. Telling my parents was quite interesting. I went home and my mum let me in. I think she was in the bathroom for some reason, and she was blow drying her hair. She must have been going out, and I said to her, I need to get you guys into the lounge room. I need you and Dad to come and sit down in the lounge room. And she looked at me and she said, you're pregnant, aren't you? And I said, yes, but I just need you to go and sit in the lounge room. I think I had it in my head that if I could sit them down, I could explain everything and it would all be okay. But she turned around and she said, I knew it, and she threw her hairbrush at me and then walked out and went and told my father after that.
My mum was crying, saying, things are going to be different, and I was thinking, no, I don't see how, but she was right. They were a lot different.
But yeah, I really just had to look at myself and decide, what choices I had before me, and the rest of my life. How would the choice that I make today impact the rest of my life? I would rather put myself through the hard work of raising a child than try and live with the fact that I didn't have one. When Cassie was born, it just changed. It changed everything. For me, I know some mothers feel it really strongly and some mothers don't feel it at all. But when I looked at Cassie, it was that maternal instinct just locked in. There was nothing else that mattered more in the world than her. You were right there for most of it, so it was good.
Yeah, I think for me, bringing her home was the best.
Yeah.
Getting her in the car and taking her home, and the neighbours all come running out. Give us a look,
I remember the drive home. Do you remember I had to sit in the back seat?
Yeah.
I felt like this really strong maternal urge, and so I was like, no, I've got to sit in the back seat just in case she wakes up, I've got to over her.
Yeah.
So it was really, really cool. It was challenging being young parents. Yes, it was. We we definitely argued a lot in the first few weeks, just sorting out who does what and, how it's all going to work, because you've got babies that don't like sleeping, and, he's got to go to work and things like that. It was challenging. Money was challenging.
Plus we did feel like a lot of people were looking down at us because we were young,
Yeah. The reactions from other people, I think that actually made me a bit of a better parent, almost because I felt like I was being watched almost. It was like, because I was aware that I was young, I was almost determined to prove everybody wrong that I could do this, and it was, I could do the best thing for my child, and I could maintain, parenting and the home and things like that. I think it did sort of strengthen my resolve a bit that, other people can think what they like, but if you look at who I am and you look at who my daughter is, how healthy and happy she is, how well adjusted she is, that, I made it okay, if that makes sense. Once I'd decided that I was going to be a mum, I decided that I was going to be the best mum I could.
The advantages of being a young parent is that when your kids are young, you're still young. You can play with them and enjoy the things they do and stuff like that. Like if you're really old and you've got young kids, it's kind of hard to relate a little bit.
Yeah. I must admit, I remember more about...
Yeah, you got more energy.
I remember more about what Cassie could possibly be going through today because I'm so close to where I was going through it myself. And I'm really close to her. We have a lot of people say, oh, you almost look like sisters, and I think that's awesome because I don't think I look anywhere near her age. But you know, we get along, we have a laugh. It's just, yeah, I couldn't imagine doing it any other way. My desire to study and to continue to learn, that's continued through having children. There's always something to be learned. There's always other goals out there that I can reach, and I've enjoyed study through my life too, so it's made it good.
And I think having a baby young and that, you learn to organise yourself better, you know, so you can actually, things you didn't think you could fit into your life, you actually can. You know, you've just got to be well organised, and, you know, babies with their routines that they need and stuff like that, you have to do that, so they sort of teach you to be more organised.
Yeah, they do. Any person that's put in the situation we were in, I guess my words to them would be to take some time and really think about not just the now and how hard it looks. Try and think about the whole picture. Try and think about what a person in your family could bring to the table. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just beautiful. It is an awesome gift, even if it comes in at the worst time and you think, oh my goodness, why now? It is really great being a parent. It's a huge blessing. I just see it as a massive gift. Like, these little lives are so precious, you know, and we get to live with 3 of them. I just think it's amazing.
Yep.
I mean, I really don't think that, you know, I feel like I said, I feel almost guilty about being able to have these gifts sometimes.